Thank you for watching my channel, guys. I just want to start by saying I wish you all a wonderful and fantastic Christmas. I hope you and your families have the best time, eat plenty of food, have a few drinks, and most of all, just enjoy the special moments that you get with your family. Now, this is just a few minutes I want to take to ask something of you all, and I'm starting up a Just Giving page to raise funds for a charity called Mind. I'm aware that some of you aren't from the UK, so just so you're aware, Mind is a UK non-profit charity who raise money for mental health services. They run call centres that are absolutely free for anybody to call when they need mental health services. Um, Christmas can be a very daunting time of year. A lot of people run themselves into a lot of debt over the pressure to make sure everybody has gifts and food. And this winter is particularly taxing with the rising cost of living, the cost of energy to heat our homes, the cost of electric, fuel. Everything is just on the rise, and I understand that our wallets are feeling a bit tight this year. Now, what I want to raise for this charity is £1,500, and that sounds like a lot of money, but we have upwards of 45,000 people subscribed to my channel, and more than that watching these videos. So, in reality, we need less than £1 per person. So, if we can get 1,500 of you to donate just £1 to Mind, we can smash our goal. And if more people want to donate than that, then fantastic. I've started the ball rolling with a donation of £50. And yeah, I would like for you all to just take a moment and think about one of your loved ones, if they were ever in need of mental health services and there were none available, and you ended up losing them because they didn't have anywhere to turn, how tragic that would be for them, for you, and for your loved ones. So these services are paramountly important. They're there for a reason, and I hope to God that none of you ever need to use them. But in the description, I will be providing a link to their services, a link to the Just Giving page that I'm asking you to donate to. And this will be up and running on my page over the Christmas period. I think I'll probably take it down shortly after New Year's, so I'm hoping to get to our goal by New Year's, and I'll be posting regular updates on how the page is going. But yeah, so yeah, anyway guys, I'm going to leave that with you there. I said links will be in the description. I'll put it on my community page as well. And yeah, I wish you all the best and a very Merry Christmas and festive season. Until the next video, guys, I'm going to leave you with this one. Ta-ra.
You've taken photos of stuff you shouldn't be taking.
And how is that causing them distress? Because I've caught them breaking the law.
Step in and do their job.
So I catch somebody breaking the law, and I'm the one causing distress by taking evidence of somebody breaking the law. I'm causing distress by doing that.
By doing that, you're also breaching GDPR.
I'm not, because the onus of GDPR is on organisations and companies. It's not on individuals. So the onus is on them. They broke GDPR.
The onus is on you to inform them of that.
And I have.
They can change that.
And I have. And
now,
now,
not to take videos and photos.
But then when I report it to the ICO, what am I supposed to present to the ICO for evidence if I don't take a picture of that?
You don't need a photo or video. You can say, look, listen, I was in Loxton House, there was stuff all over the place. In future, would the staff mind just putting it away out of public view so that it's not breach of GDPR? And then I imagine that will get filtered down for the management and it will get back to the security. That's what they need to do.
But you missed my point. When I report it to the ICO, you know who the ICO are?
Yeah.
When I report it to them, what evidence do I have that this breach occurred?
Your word.
And my word is not evidence.
Well, it is.
It's not enough evidence.
It's still evidence.
Eyewitness testimony is highly unreliable.
Videos for it to be evidence.
So why do you do it then?
Why?
Yeah, why have you got your body camera on?
Because a picture of things as words, isn't it?
Well, there you go, exactly.
It's our choice to put
So,
it on, and we've
exactly,
chosen
so
to.
I can take a picture for evidence just as much as you can under common law.
But we're not breaching GDPR by being here. You're in a public place.
I'm not breaching GDPR. GDPR is not the onus of an
We're not
individual.
filming anything to do with GDPR. We're not.
Well, you are. You're filming me.
You're not a document. You're not confidential information. We're not actually your name.
My face is enough
We're in
information.
a public place, so that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying you can't, okay? And it's the same way that I can take a picture of that. They're the one that broke GDPR, because whether or not I took a picture of it, I've still seen it. That is the data breach. That is the breach of GDPR and DPA. The fact that I've seen it. The photo is the evidence. That's all it is. That's all the photo is.
So we're going round in circles here.
Yeah,
We've
because
been here for
because
10 minutes
you're
now,
making
and we're still at the same
nonsense.
point we started on. They've asked you to leave. You're
Okay.
refusing to leave. Therefore, you're committing trespass. If we leave you here, we believe that there will be a breach of the peace, and there'll be an imminent threat to people.
What about my behaviour at the moment makes you think that there will be a breach of the peace if they try to make me leave?
Because when they come over and ask you to leave, you're refusing. That's resistance. So therefore, then they take it to the next step of placing hands on you, removing you, which they're lawfully allowed to do. I believe that you're the kind of person who will resist that.
And I've told you adamantly that I'm
Okay,
not.
but I'm not gonna believe
If
it.
I were being aggressive towards you and I were raising my voice, I can understand why you might believe that, PC. But the way that I'm being calm and civil and I'm sat here, cross-legged, on a chair,
No one's
laid back.
accusing
What
you.
about my body language? What
No
about
one's
my
accusing you of
language?
being
What about
aggressive.
my behaviour? It makes
No
you
one's-
think that
no
I'm
one's
going to
accusing you of
resist.
being aggressive, but you're obstructive. So when they place hands on you,
Yeah.
I believe that you're going to further be more obstructive to them, and then they're going to escalate it again.
And at that point,
having
you
to use
at that
more
point you can
force.
get involved to prevent the breach of
Yeah.
peace.
So-
But
So we're going round in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's going to escalate, and it
I'm telling you, I'm not going to escalate. If they want to do that, they are allowed to do that under common law.
They've already asked you to leave and you haven't, so they will take up to the next step of placing hands on you and removing you from the property. If you then resist, then we will step in,
Yeah.
and we will prevent the breach.
And I'm telling you now, I won't resist that. I'm not in.
Okay.
I'm not a physical
they're
guy.
gonna
I don't want to
So
be
they're going to come over
aggressive.
again. They're going to place hands on you and remove you from the property.
Okay,
If
that's
you
their
resist
that's their decision. I'd like you not to ask them to do that because they're.
What other step is there?
Okay,
What other
because
step?
let me finish. Like I've been listening to you. Okay,
And we're going round in circles.
will you let me finish, PC Lane?
I can make you. You can
Don't call me
finish,
mate, call
but
me
we're still
sir.
going to get. We're still going to be 10 minutes on later.
Okay, just let me finish this one, right? Okay. They can do that. Their company policy will state that they are not to go physical with anybody unless somebody is getting physical with them, so basically in self-defence. Whereas under common law they can.
Do you know that company? Do you know that policy?
Yes,
Sure, do you?
I do, because I know what company they're working for. I've seen it. So yes, I do, and I know that company's policy.
They work for them.
Pardon?
What company do they work for?
That's none of your business. You can go find
don't
out. I do.
You don't.
It's
You
not
don't
me
know
to
the
prove to you.
policy.
Anyway, their policy will state, okay, that they are only to get physical with somebody in self-defence. So under common law, yes, they do have that right. You are correct.
Yeah.
But under their company policy, if you tell them to do that, then you will end up getting them
And if they refuse
fired.
to do that, then we will act on their behalf and remove you from the property.
But you can't act on their behalf, Constable.
Okay, we will act on our own behalf with much justice police because we believe that leaving you here is going to prevent further issues.
So what you're saying is that
If they don't remove you, we will basically.
You're going to
prevent the
remove
breach
me.
of peace, because we're not going around in circles.
Okay.
We're not going to keep coming back here because you just
Okay.
want to sit here and take photos of stuff you shouldn't be.
Actually, I came in here to take photos of the artwork, of the building in general, while I'm waiting for this alleged manager that got called, but apparently you guys are now managers for the council. While I was looking around, I saw the GDPR breaches, so I took a picture of it for evidence. That's not what I came here to film, to take pictures of or film. I came to film what's on offer for the public, the services. All these signs up here, all the signs on the walls that are here for public, and it's public information. I'm making a documentary about what's on public in Nottingham City Council, okay? I didn't come here to film any of that, to take photos of any of that. They've left that out on display, so I've taken a picture for evidence. That's all I've done, okay? So
So now you've done that, you've got all the evidence you need. There's no reason for you to be here right now.
because I can be,
Yeah, but there's no reason to be here, and they've asked you
there's
to
no
leave.
reason not to be.
So now you're civilly trespassing. Right
Civilly.
away.
Civilly.
Civilly trespassing.
Yes, and very civilly. I'm not being aggressive or rude or anything. I think it's very civil. The most civil a trespass could ever get.
Yeah. So we'll go and ask the guys to remove you, okay? And if they want to remove you, they can do. And then if not,
Okay. Don't ask them to remove me. Inform them that they have the common law right to. Don't solicit. Don't solicit a trespass. It's not your responsibility. It's not your building.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. You seemed like really genuine at the beginning, and PC lane's a bit of, in my opinion, a word I won't say in public. But you seemed really decent with your approach, and I appreciate that. I don't want to see you guys get into a situation, apart from threatening to ruin me with breach of the peace. This doesn't fit the criteria for breach of the peace.
I guess your exercise is all right.
Yeah.
I understand that. You're obviously frustrated or something.
Huh?
You're obviously frustrated or something. I understand that.
I'm not frustrated. I just came here to do what I'm doing. I'm not frustrated. I'm frustrated now about PC Lane being a bit of a. Let's call him a tyrant. That's not an abusive word in public. Yeah. So I'm not happy about that. And at the end of the day, if you and your colleagues do say that you're going to use reasonable force, okay, to what you deem. If you say you're going to use breach of peace, right, to remove me, okay, if it gets to that point, well, I'll tell you what will happen when we get there. I'm not going to resist, right, but I will be suing, because it doesn't fit the criteria. I know what the criteria is for breach of peace. Absolutely, I know I do. And I've got very good solicitors that do this for me and handle it.
We don't want to escalate that.
No, I know, and all I want is for the police to know where their boundary is in civil issues and with members of the public. And unless if I were being aggressive or I were giving any indication that I'm going to be aggressive, I could understand. But I'm not giving any indication of that. Okay? Do you think I'm giving any indication of being aggressive towards anybody? Reasonably possible.
If we could potentially leave you here, the Western League may try to evict you, you could potentially become aggressive.
No. See, the thing is, if you left here and said to them, look, this is a public place, he's allowed to take photos, trespass is a civil issue, unless he's breaching the peace, we can't get involved, right? Then once you've left, I would do a quick wrap up and be like, there we go, the police know where their position is, they've been informed about public photography, they know for future not to leave that information out on display, and everyone's got information about what's available here at the Nottingham City Council, and I would be on my way. That's how peaceful I want this to go. That's the way I want this to go. I want them to take this as an educational opportunity to learn that they shouldn't have that information on display. People can take photos in a public place. This is a public place. It's a government-funded building by our taxes. And it's not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything wrong. Right? I want them to understand that when I took a photo of that information that was on display, that's for evidence. Okay? And the fact that I can take a photo of it is where they've broken GDPR, because it shouldn't be available for me to be able to take a photo of. Actually, it shouldn't be in my line of sight.
Right.
That's what I want them to understand and take away from this. I don't want drama, I don't want any violence, I don't want any resistance, I don't want to get to that point. It's not what I'm here for. I'm not that kind of guy.
Well, you've achieved your purpose of taking the pictures, haven't you?
Yes.
So why can't you just leave now?
Because like I said, when you've explained to them what the situation is and that they're the one that broke GDPR, my taking a picture is for evidence, the same way that you're recording me, okay? Because just in case anything happens, you've got it for evidence, right? That's why you do it. It's for evidence purposes. Me taking that is for evidence purposes. The fact that they've left it there is already the crime. Me taking a picture is an evidence gathering. I'm allowed to do that. What I do with that information would potentially be GDPR breaches. If I were to share that information with, I don't know, whoever, then yeah, that potentially could be criminal. Potentially, I don't know the ins and outs of that, but the act of taking the picture is not criminal. I'm not the one that broke GDPR. They are, and they need to understand that. And when they understand that people are allowed to take photos in public, as long as if I'm coming in being aggressive, getting in front of everybody's face, I can understand why they wouldn't want me here. But I'm here taking photos of the artwork on the wall, the building. It's a lovely building, like things that are on offer for the public. What I don't understand what the issue is. But
There's nothing we can do or say to make him.
like I said, you can have a conversation with them and say, look, he's willing to leave peacefully as soon as, but you need to understand that people can take photos in public places. The police can't get involved with civil trespass unless there is an obvious breach of the peace. But even then, it's not the or if there will be, but you have to have strong reasonable grounds that there will be a breach of the peace.
So you are being resistant, aren't you?
Not really, no.
They've asked you to leave. They've asked you to leave.
And I've said to you, I will leave when you explain this to them. But
That's your conclusion. That's what you want.
yeah,
Okay.
but
So what do you want out of this right now then? You want to say
Pardon?
you stand
I've said I just want you to explain to them that they shouldn't have that information on display for people to see, and the fact that I've taken a photo of it isn't against the law. I haven't broken a law doing that, because they shouldn't have it out, and the people can record it in a public place. It's not a crime. It's not a police matter. Like we're wasting the time now. 3 constables that could be doing much better things. Like luckily you're inside. Could be worse. Could be outside doing this, but wasting your time. They could be doing much better things rather than trying to deal with somebody with a man with a camera. It's ridiculous.
They approach you, did you not tell them this? How they approach you?
Pardon?
So when they approach you, did you not tell them this?
Tell them what?
What you're telling me right now.
Well, no, she didn't give me an opportunity. Every time I tried to talk to her, she just raised her voice and just started getting like crazy. So I was like, I'm just going to leave her. I'm just going to walk away and leave her to it. I just came out of here, out of the way. I didn't want to carry on antagonising her, so I'll move out of her way. I was told a manager was coming, so I thought I can't wait over here peacefully and wait for a manager, and I'll talk to a manager about it.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the opportunity to talk to her.
Okay. Just go.
Yeah, we spoke to them. Yeah.
Going back to body cameras, you have to notify at the first most practicable opportunity that you're recording a member of the public. Okay.
It's clearly flashing. I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know what the flashing means. That could be standby, that could be on, that could be off.
Right.
Green for me would mean on and recording, personally. I don't know that. But your policies do state that the first most practical opportunity you are to announce to members of the public that they're being recorded. You also need to tell them.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, unless you were coming in here to grab me because I was being aggressive, then I can understand you've got bigger priorities. You're coming over to have a conversation. Yeah.
Say that you was being kind of aggressive.
Really?
Safety precaution. Okay?
That's they said I'm being aggressive. Is that what the call said?
They say he was resisting. Okay.
Right.
Obviously resisting.
But when you came in and I'm sat here peacefully, you come over, you introduce yourself. Hello, how are you doing today? Just to let you know, my body camera is recording you. That's for my safety and your safety. You can access that footage if you need to. That's all you need to say, and then you carry on with your questioning, because what you're doing is recording me covertly. Yours doesn't even have a sticker in the bright yellow sticker that says audio and visual recording. So that is then covertly recording me. You've got a tiny, tiny red flashing light. I don't know what that means. So what you're doing is covertly recording me, and they're not meant to be a covert measure. They are meant to be an overt measure. But they're not overt unless you tell people that you're recording them. I really don't want another lawsuit against the police, guys. It's going to be ridiculous. There you go. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the PC Lane is explaining to them not to leave that stuff out on the desks at the moment. I have heard him say that.
You happy with that one? What's going on?
Trying to listen to what else he's saying, and then I'll see what PC Lane comes and says to me what's going on, and we'll yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Again, like I said, I don't want a confrontational situation. I really don't. Like, if I wanted a confrontational situation and I wanted to get aggressive and get a rise, because I could do that easily. I don't want to do that. It's not. What's the point? Where does that get anybody? I want is understanding of our rights.
So I've spoken to my supervisor in a bit more detail about it.
Yep.
Obviously, you know the law probably better than we do, clearly.
So you were wrong on the breach of peace bit.
I genuinely believe that there will be a breach of peace if we leave. However, they're going to call us if that happens, and we'll come back and do it. Okay. So I suspect there will be a breach of peace at some point. However, we're not going to hang around in order for you to get your entertainment and put it on YouTube and do that sort of thing. Okay.
As I was just saying to this PC, if I wanted a highly confrontational situation for YouTube, I would be being a lot. I would be being a lot more like raising my voice, being aggressive, calling you names, things like that. As I was saying, that's not what I want. I want understanding of rights. I want a passive resistance. But I want an understanding of rights. That's what I want. I want our rights to be respected and understood.
You have the right to exercise your rights, and which is totally right.
Absolutely.
So,
there we go.
So, in a minute.
Who was the supervisor that you spoke to? Sorry, their column number. Do you know?
Do you need it?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. PS 3328.
3328 Spencer. Lovely.
Spencer,
Thank you. Yeah.
Station.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
At 5 o'clock, they're going to ask you to leave again.
Absolutely.
Building is enclosed.
Then that'll be aggravated trespass. Yeah. I know.
And there's also all the fire risks and stuff like that.
Yeah. But if I'm disrupting them from lawful activity by trying stopping them from closing, that would be aggravated trespass. That would be criminal. I wouldn't do that.
All right.
Cool.
So we'll see you soon.
But yeah, to be careful with your breach of the peace use and check with your supervisor next time.
Yeah, you be careful.
Oh, is that a threat? You be careful as well. There we go. So there we go. So there we have it, guys. So now the police have left. They were told about the GDPR breach and not to leave the documents out on display again in the future. But I reckon it wouldn't surprise me if they're still sat in the car outside waiting just in case. Yeah, see, they're still sat down there waiting, look. So instead of waiting in the building and using breach of the peace, they're going to sit in a van with their lights on and deal with it that way. Yep, as I told them. As soon as I told them and educated them in that I would leave of my own volition. See, the lights have gone off now. With the flashing red lights on the top, that's now gone off. Oh, they turned the headlights off. Oh, vape died. Oh. Good job, I've got a portable charger with me. Whoa. They are literally just going to sit in the van down there, I think, until I walk away. Oh, yeah. There you go, there's the lights on. Here they come, doing their driver shame. Back to that little piggy hut. There we go, so that's that wrapped up. So yeah, there we go, that was interesting. So much for calling the manager, but yeah, I decided to call the police instead. Crazy. Yeah, that's everything wrapped up here, guys. So yeah, until the next one, as always, stay safe, remember your rights, and until the next one, ta-ra.
Fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell